Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're going to talk about what it's like for your first contest being at finals. So in a traditionally judged show, you're going to have pre-judging in the morning and finals at night. And there are all kinds of deviations that we're going to talk about in the next episode. We also have separate episodes on those specifically. But let's talk about you're finished with pre-judging and you've got finals in a few hours. Adam, what do you tell your clients to do when pre-judging is over in anticipation of getting ready for finals?
Yeah, so this all depends on kind of how the client did. So unless you won your class or you think you're close to winning your class, finals is not going to matter as much because you're just not going to get judged a second time unless you're in the overall. So that's one of the hardest things, is my client first or second. I never want to tell someone that I think they won because that could be completely wrong. But if I think you're close, I'm going to say, I want you to maybe eat this meal, stay prepared for a possible overall appearance tonight. And, we've got to run everything backstage just like it's pre-judging again, even up until you get on stage, because once you find out you won, there's not a lot of time to make changes. They're going to hold you back there. You're basically going to get pulled back on stage pretty much immediately for the overall. So you want to go out there like you're competing again.
So when you started saying it depends on whether you won or not, I thought you were going to say, if you didn't, just go home, go jump off a bridge, that kind of thing. But I do think that a lot of organizations out there, especially at the local and regional, do have everybody come out on stage at night. You might even do your routine, even if you're going to end up in 9th place. So a lot of the NPC shows, especially national qualifying shows, national shows, that's not the case. They're just going to take the top 5. You're going to show up backstage at the finals and be told whether you have made it or not. And so, of course, there is that to contend with, which we'll talk about in a second. But at the finals, just from the term of, or the perspective of getting ready for it, this is another place where you're going to have to repeat your warm-up routine. You're going to have to kind of time that. So all the things we talked about in pre-judging prep, you should be ready for. But I think there's the extra added pressure of now I'm out there by myself doing a routine. And that can be, pretty stressful for a new time competitor. So I would say, even in terms of practicing your routine, start getting comfortable doing that in front of some people. That was important for me as a first-time competitor because I did not want to be out there in front of people and was worried about flubbing my routine. So is there anything you focus on with that, Adam, or you pretty much just let it happen?
Yeah, I kind of let that happen, in terms of just seeing how a client does in that spotlight. But I do tell them, do practice in front of your wife or family members that individual routine, because that sometimes will just feel more awkward than just being on stage, quite honestly. I know that was the case for me. Posing for my family members was way more awkward than just posing on stage. So
instead of just random strangers at the mall.
Right.
Break out of your routine in the food court. But so guys, here's another thing to consider with finals, and it is that it's either amazing because you win, and remember there's only one person who wins in every class, or you're going to be pretty disappointed, and that can be tough to handle. So I think going in with the perspective that, of course I want to win, but there are a lot of great people there. You don't know who's going to show up. So be ready to be professional in how you receive the placing and look back at film and photos and try and analyze and get judges' feedback in terms of what you could do to improve, because you see a lot of chaos sometimes backstage when people aren't happy with their placings, and you're building a career and a reputation that you want to progress forward. So I'm sure you've seen some pretty bad stuff at shows as well, Adam.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right, guys, you stay tuned. We got a few more episodes to go, and we're going to start talking about some of the more nuanced aspects of what to expect for your first contest.